Yo, what up? I'm Obese.
What up, man?
I got tonight special co-host, Maine man with me. And just basically going to jump into my most recent lyric video, Taking My Time, featuring Coherent, for the new people joining us tonight that may or may not have heard it or seen the lyric video that Coherent put together. Just going to play it real quick for you. If you haven't heard the song, if you have, it's still a dope song. So we'll jump into that, and then we'll come back with some introductions of the co-host and the guest that we got tonight. Regular co-host, my cousin Justin, is in Florida on vacation, as it's school vacation, I guess, for them as it is for us. And he's getting out of the mediocre weather and trying to enjoy some better things. So hopefully he tunes in tonight. We might hear from him, we might not. But for now, let's get into that video, Taking My Time, featuring Coherent, produced by me, off the album I just dropped called Dear Ago. Yeah, let's let it roll.
Obese Prophet.
Sure, probably get them fire beats.
This money is made, you get what you pay. You work 9 to 5, you get fucked enslaved. Never say much, that just get in the way. 40 plus hours to barely break even. The capitalists are running this shit. I swear that they laughing while we just keep screaming. What is the meaning of life and gun squeezing? This needing to fight, breathing so light, tiptoeing through life, depressed and not right. Drugs in your system, they mixed up with Sprite. That time up in prison compressed all my sight. Having a baby, it gave me new life, a reason for living, a reason to fight. So I say fuck the system, I'm living my truth. I never tell lies when I spit in the booth. Existing with knowledge, persistent with carnage. We write all the time and we stay on the grind. Taking my time, elevating my mind. Sometimes I could die and sometimes I could live. Contemplate life and then anew begin. Write all the time and we stay on the grind. Taking my time, elevating my mind. Sometimes I could die and sometimes I could live. Contemplate life and then anew begin.
I'll never break, stress, give or take. I'll never stop, there is no break. I am awake, I'll move and shake. Raise every stake, past him awake. No time for grief, no time for sleep. Reap what I sow, life is a jeep. Life is the beat, this is my heart. If you never stop, it'll never start. Take time to think, watch circles shrink. Find missing links, throw kitchen sinks. Grind on the brink, mind is the sink. Weaponize words, lines with the ink. Hunger for truth, not with the group. Only for you, now show and prove. Never play the fool, hate is my fuel. Mic is my tool, mind is a jewel. Chrome plated, diamond in the rough located. Give me what I'm worth, prorated. I'm the stars in the sky, gold painted. You will never see my glow faded. Story of my life notated in the raps, nothing left unstated. This a foreign language translated. Ill-fated, don't understand. Can't conquer me, I'm in command. Not afraid to draw lines in the sand. Wanna hate, I don't give a damn. One man band here to beat. Getting to this point, spin a feet. World in my hands from the sweet. Elevate your mind, take a seat.
We write all the time and we stay on the grind. Taking my time, elevating my mind. Sometimes I could die and sometimes I could live. Contemplate life and then anew begin. We write all the time and we stay on the grind. Taking my time, elevating my mind. Sometimes I could die and sometimes I could live. Contemplate life and then anew begin. Enemies close, friends they stay closer. They trying to test me, their life will be over. It's been 14 years that I've been this sober. I'm just getting started, my life it ain't over. My story is something you'd watch in a movie, like Scarface, Tony, some coke and jacuzzis, automatic rifles, some Max and some Uzis. I always stay strapped with a Glock and some Coogee. My point is I've grown from the man that I was. I'm bigger and better than the pain that I caused. I know I'm not perfect, I got many flaws. Back in the day, I broke many laws. I elevated to a whole nother level. The way I slay verses and beast instrumental. I know I'm doing good, my foot to the pedal. I love all my haters, to me they are special. We write all the time and we stay on the grind. Taking my time, elevating my mind. Sometimes I could die and sometimes I could live. Contemplate life and then anew begin. Write all the time time and we stay on the grind. Taking my time, elevating my mind. Sometimes I could die and sometimes I could live. Contemplate life and then a new begins. Right on time and we stay on the grind. Taking my time, elevating my mind. Sometimes I could die, sometimes I could live. Contemplate life and then a new begins. Shit.
Yeah, shout out Rebel Underground Network. That's Coherence thing out there in Las Vegas. So yeah, he put that lyric video together. So shout out to him. And yeah, we got Main Man here with us tonight. And we're kind of just kind of rolling with it. My cousin's not around, and I just reached out to whoever wants to join in. We may have some other people joining up to just kind of have more of a more robust discussion than we usually have. Like, it's just usually me and my cousin, and we always talk about the same shit. So feel free to bring up anything that you feel pertinent. We're talking about, you know, talking to the artist, whatever. If you have questions, of course, just let us know. And we got joining in right now another one of my good friends who I make music with also. What up, Cody?
How's it going,
Busy Bryant. What's up, man?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Should I turn myself up a little bit or?
No. Sounds good.
How y'all doing tonight?
Sounds good. We're good. I just played the intro video. I just went through my lyric video, and we are live. And we got a guest with us tonight who produces some dope tracks. Very jazzy, very eclectic. And we're gonna get into that very shortly. And but for now, kind of talking about the drop that I did, and he produced one of the songs off my latest album, my intro track on there. So it's just playing a song off of that to kind of set the mood and the tone or whatever. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So basically, there are some things that I want to address. First and foremost, I don't smoke weed anymore, which is crazy for me to think of. But I don't smoke weed anymore
At all?
And so with that being said, I no longer am having Fire on 4 as a sponsor for the podcast. Not because I didn't want it, but I just felt like it wasn't a great fit. Now, with that being said, I don't give a shit if people smoke weed while on the podcast. It doesn't bother me one bit. I did it. I quit because of my own health. I quit because I'm a goal-oriented person, and I like to set things in my head and accomplish them to move forward and progress in life sometimes, right?
Good
And I just felt like it was time. It was a good time for me to move on and do that. I'm dropping weight. You know, I'm trying to get in shape with goals in mind. And that was just the first step, I think, that I had to take in order for that to happen. But I am still pro weed. I love weed. I just not smoking it at this time. Last Thursday, it's been over a week now that I fucking haven't smoked weed. So now I'm 100% sober. I don't fucking drink. I don't do anything else. And before I was just in recovery, as they like to call it, because I was still smoking weed. You know, now I'm like, hey, I'm 100% sober, which is something I haven't been able to say for a long time. So I feel good. I'm definitely breathing a lot easier than before because I had allergies to weed, and that was one of the major reasons that made me quit fucking smoking it. So there we are. No more Fire on 4 as a sponsor. And second thing I want to address here before we get really into the show is there's been a lot of talk, especially here in the state of Maine, about a group that I was affiliated with, a collective, if you want to call it that, called Bars Over Bars. From January of 2021 until about September, I worked with them closely, doing podcasts for them, not just my podcast here, but also other podcasts that they did. And I see you, Bluesford, in the chat. Sorry, bro, that I'm not doing that smoke break anymore, but now the whole show is a smoke break, so you can smoke as often as you want. You don't got to wait for me to tell you to. So so no longer affiliated with Bars Over Bars. The reasons I'm about to get into are very personal to me, and I take it very fucking seriously. So I worked with them from January of 2021 until September of 2021, when some things went down in a private chat and got screenshotted and got put out about me and another cat named Libsy, who also does on Monday nights the Whooshy Gang podcast here with Elevate Audio and Visual. he does a podcast weekly and I do a podcast weekly. So we still work together, Libsy and I. But some private stuff came out from a private chat or whatever. We got kind of thrown under the bus. It was what it is. We said what we said, but I came out and apologized for it the day after that it happened on my social media, and I addressed it right off. And I didn't really have anybody really, have any qualms with me. But what had happened was back in late August, we was doing a music video in Massachusetts, and I had my 12-year-old daughter and my 10-year-old daughter in the SUV with me, parked at a shopping mall where we were shooting a video with the guy Hero the MC, who runs Bars Over Bars, and I was setting up my camera, really into trying to establish my shots and where we would be going, and kind of focusing on that in the back of my car. Come to find out, he was with his camera trying to creep around while my 12-year-old was trying to change out of her shirt into a Bars Over Bars shirt. And he was taking pictures with his camera, kind of creepily, just kind of sneaking around. And he got noticed, and she was like, "What are you doing?" and closed the door and so on. You don't really think much of it at the time. But a few months go by or whatever, and, we brought this up, kind of tried to confront him, and then he ended up blocking me on all social media. And I told him, "Don't fucking come to Maine and do shows." And he kept coming to Maine and doing shows. And so I let it go for a while, thinking maybe this would stop, and it hasn't. And he's been kicked out of a few venues here in Maine, not only from me, but from the persons who got angry about the things that were said about handicapped people and how he was throwing other people under the bus, saying that they had herpes in the group chat. And all that stuff came out, and some of these venues dropped him when people heard about it. But he found other places to do shows and continues to do them and work with people in Maine. And I wanted people in Maine to know the fucking story behind this guy, because at this point it's been months and months since this happened. I really don't have anything to fucking lose. I got nothing to gain from him doing shows here, or from anything anybody has to fucking say about the situation. What I do know is that my 12-year-old daughter, who's 13 now, has zero reason to lie to me, because when she told me I wasn't even working with Bars Over Bars anymore, wasn't even with them anymore. Okay. And then come to find out, at the same time I filmed over 20 live shows for him. I spent 31 days down in Massachusetts last summer paying to stay in hotels with my entire family out of pocket. And I didn't even recoup all that money. So he wasn't even paying me enough to even cover what I needed. You know what I mean? My gas and my hotel. I was paying out of pocket to come down because I wanted to be involved in this shit. So come to find out also, when we were at a live show in Manchester at the Rugged Axe, I was filming the live show, and he was trying to take pictures down my wife's shirt.
The same guy?
Same dude, yeah. And she looked up and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" He was just like, "What?" Like he wasn't doing anything wrong. So when you take not that story and then the other story and you put it together, secondly, my wife doesn't lie. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it really was an issue, and I felt like I had to bring it up. And so when I did, I got blocked, and then my name started getting slandered and all this other shit. Now, I just want to say, I've been making music in the state of Maine since 1999. Okay. I've been making music for 23 years in the state. That's longer than that kid's even been alive.
Yeah.
Period.
That's almost longer than I've been alive.
Exactly. So I've been doing this for a long fucking time, and I had a lot of fucking respect. People respect me for numerous reasons, and I don't really have a reason, like I said, to fucking lie about anything.
Yeah,
and
you wouldn't gain anything from it.
All I wanted was to expose the guy, give people the heads up that you got to stop supporting a predator, number one.
Yeah.
Because it's not a good look. If something comes out about him, whether it's 5 years, 10 years down the road, it's gonna make whoever's worked with him, especially now that I go and call everybody out, like, yo, I've been telling everybody. So now you can't use the excuse, well, I didn't know, because now you fucking know. You still keep him working with him, it's gonna come back and make
Who are we talking about? Can I be honest? Like, who are we talking about?
The kid's name is Hero the MC.
All right, yeah.
I call him Pedo the MC because it's more fitting.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't support motherfucking predators, especially when they're preying on my kids. And I honestly have been holding off for so long. I don't want to go back to jail, but at this point, it's almost looking like it'd be worth it. You see what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I feel like at this point we're getting to a point where he's being very disrespectful by continuing to do these fucking shows when he could just do shows in New Hampshire, do shows in Massachusetts, and I could give a fuck less.
Right, he
honestly.
stepped on toes initially.
He's continuing to fucking really piss me off, and I don't want to say what it could possibly come to, but it definitely will eventually.
You don't need to say.
I'm obviously not going to be the one to be like, yo, I'm going to be there on the 17th, so fucking watch out for me. I'm just going to show up one fucking day with my entire family who all know the story at this point. And we're not going to be very happy, just to say the least. And that's all I really have to say about it. I've told numerous people, if you have questions about it, you know how to fucking reach me. My phone number is listed online. It's listed on my website. My email is listed on my website. You can get at me on social media. If you don't know what my social media is, it's right here. There you go. You got a problem with what I got to say about Bars Over Bars? Hit me up. So that's where I stand with that. And I probably will mention and leave, as you see at the top of the screen there. I see that card. I love that. At the top of my screen says, I am no longer affiliated with Bars Over Bars. So I want people to be clear that I no longer am affiliated with them. I don't want to be associated with them. I took every shirt and hat that I had and I threw it in the dumpster after I pissed on it. All right. I'm not affiliated with them at all.
You really pissed on it?
Yeah. And so people think that because I did 34 episodes of my show with the Bars Over Bars branding, and I did a lot of stuff with Bars Over Bars, even my music video with Libsy, I had a Bars Over Bars hat on in my live resin video. They think that because they don't pay attention and they're not keeping up with everything, that I'm still working with them. And I do not, and I will not. And if anybody else that I know fucking keeps working with them, they get cut the fuck off, because I can't have predators trying to prey on fucking kids, let alone, I mean, he was obviously doing this to other people.
Had
this
to
isn't the first time that this ever happened.
Yeah.
And people like that who are creepy and creep around and do creepy fucking shit, they've been doing it for a while, and they know how to creep around, and they're probably really good at manipulating people. And I know he does
personally,
that.
I don't understand it logically. I don't understand.
What I don't get is
that type of shit. It just, I don't know, bro. It just doesn't make sense.
No,
But people are crazy nowadays.
Yeah, and the thing about it was, like I said, I don't really have anything to lose or gain with this. I'm going to be doing this show regardless. Like, I'll still have this. I still make fucking music. I still make beats. Matter of fact, I could fucking retire tomorrow and be Gucci. Okay? I'm fucking going to school for my bachelor's right now, full time, straight A's, dean's list. Okay? And I'm going to move on and I'm going to get my fucking master's after this. I only do things in my life that better me. I don't let people like that hold me back. And that's exactly what he was doing. So I can move the fuck on, and I'm going to do that now, but I'm going to leave this message up, and I'm going to leave my phone line open and my email open. If anybody has questions about it, you can hit me up. And people have hit me up, and I've had people like Blue Boy J or whatever the fuck his name is told me that without evidence he couldn't believe me. Well, pretty hard to get fucking evidence of someone who knows what they're doing and don't leave a very great trail of evidence. But what I will tell you is, you know, in due time, that's all I got to say.
Right.
You can't keep it hidden forever unless
if he's doing this stuff to other people, it will come to light.
And it has come to light. You know, the girl who he was photographing for, her name is Mackenzie. She first posted screenshots of what he said, and then he went into the private chat and called her out and said a bunch of shit about her, which I'm not going to say here, but
probably blocked her too.
Oh yeah, he blocked her. He blocked me on everything, all the IGs, all the Facebooks, and all that shit. And if you go on Bars Over Bars Facebook page and look at their reviews, you'll see they're rated like 3 stars out of 5. And if you read some of the reviews, it's because of stuff, and they got the screenshots right in there. Stuff that's been said about, well, some of the stuff I said that I got booted out for, but also stuff that he said and stuff he's done at shows to people. He's put it this way: there's towns in Massachusetts that he can't even do shows at anymore because he gets stomped out. And it's been clear that he doesn't go to New Bedford. There's plenty of towns he doesn't go to because he knows better. And I want that same respect.
Exactly. I agree. Because there's no reason for that type of people to be supported around here. You know what I mean? Or at least out of Maine.
Yes, exactly. And here's the thing: is in Maine, there's plenty of great fucking promotion companies that throw great shows. We got Maine's Rap, Tony Willette, great promoter, always puts on for the state. And then you got the guys who do Monday of the Minds at Flash Lounge, and you got Rap Night, which is they do in Manchester. They also now doing back up in Lewiston. great groups of fucking show promoters, and that's just to name a few. We don't need someone coming up here from Massachusetts trying to fucking, slang their shirts and hats and shit and try to just pull money out of Maine when we should just keep that shit local.
Being a vulture.
Keep shit in fucking Maine, and that's what I'm saying. I support local. I shop local as much and as often as I fucking can. I don't want to have to really touch base on this much more, but I'm going to leave it at that. And like I said, you can fucking hit me up anytime if you have questions about anything. And yeah, you're welcome, Lucifer. I know you might probably still tune into that shit sometimes, whatever shows that they do. But I'm going to say this also. There's a guy that works with them. His name is Nick Will. He's a rapper, Nick Will. He hit me up. He went on my Obese the Prophet page and tried to call me out and told me to put it on wax. And I told him, I don't do that shit. I said, this isn't about wax. I said, we put it down in the physical if you want. And he's all, threatening me. And then he had the nerve. And I could put the screenshots up. And if you email me, I'll fucking give them to you, period. But I have the screenshots of him threatening my kids. Yeah. After my kids have been preyed on by his boss, we'll call him his boss now, Pedo the MC. After they were preyed on by him and they had the courage to fucking say their story that happened, and I made the story come out, he hit me up and said, all this shit, rah, rah, rah. And I said, yo, this is my address. I gave him my fucking address where I live. I said, if you really have a problem, come on through.
That's right.
And then he said, oh, you want to give me your address? He's like, your kids are in danger and all this other shit. I never mentioned his fucking kids. Right? I don't do that kind of shit. That's some scumbag shit.
That's right.
My kids are already dealing with enough, and you're going to come say something could happen to my kids. I tell you what, nothing would happen to my fucking kids. And this kid is a fucking crackhead. If you look at this motherfucker, and I know for a fact he's doing drugs and has done drugs plenty of time. And I don't give a shit if you do drugs. That's another thing. But if you come at me, I'm gonna use it against you. Period.
Yeah.
If you use drugs, cool. Keep it to yourself and don't keep my fucking kid's name out of your fucking
mouth. Exactly. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
You start threatening fucking 11 and 12 and 13-year-olds. You're a
For
fucking.
what? Why would you? If nobody was doing anything wrong, why would he even threaten your kids? That makes no.
He's threatening me because I wouldn't let this go, is what he said. But I'm not.
Well, why should you? Yeah, why should you?
No, it involves my kids, period. And he's got 4 fucking kids.
Then they should be taken, bro. That's fucked up.
He told me my kids should be taken for giving my address to some random person. And I said, you know how many people come to my fucking house to record? You've been here. I gave you my address. Are you threatening my kids? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. People come to my house to record, and I've never had anybody threaten my fucking kids before. And then he tried to backtrack. He was like, I never threatened your kids, but he said you gave me your address and something could happen to your fucking kids. Well, that's a threat, bro. Open-handed or not, it's still a threat.
That's right. So, especially with the history you have with him.
Nick Wilcox, or as he's called, Nick Will, from Nashua, New Hampshire. He is a student at Full Sail. I think he goes to Full Sail online. I know Full Sail would probably like to see the stuff that he says about threatening kids and shit. See how they like that. But aside from all this other shit, there's a guy who still kind of works with Bars Over Bars that I don't want to. His name is Cam Vincentins, okay? And he's just a kid. He literally got to graduate from high school. And I feel bad that he's been dragged into all this. But he still has done some stuff with them more recently and has continued to work with them. And I just don't. He's always been on my good side. He always was friendly with me, with my kids, and I have nothing against that guy. But Hero the MC and Nick Will, they can get it. It's fucking on site when I see those people.
Yo, it's guilty by. Unfortunately, it's guilty. You're guilty by association, man.
It is, and I've told him that it doesn't really matter from a lot of people's perspectives. But for me personally, I'm not going at him. He right. Whatever. Right. These two people, 100%, need to be taken care of. And like I said, if they stop doing shows in Maine, I drop this whole shit. I don't care at that point. But you keep doing shows, and I'm gonna eventually show up to one, and it's not gonna end well for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what to do.
Allegedly.
I don't care. Like I already said, I'll go back to jail over it. I've come to terms with. I'm fine with going back to jail if it means that I'm defending my family. I could care less. I'll save the bail money up, which will be easy for me to do because I'm a full-time student. I get $7,000 every semester right back in my pocket from tuition refund, and I've never had an assault charge on my record before. So first-time offender, I'm out next day. Period.
You're out that same day, bro. You could bail
I'll
out.
be out the same day.
Yeah,
so to me,
definitely.
I'd spend 6 fucking months in jail if it meant I get to make this motherfucker lose all his teeth. And I'll tell you what, I don't have to build myself up or say shit about myself. I'm not a tiny guy. I've been to jail. I've had to defend myself in jail. And these people have never been to jail. I think that's the end of fucking discussion. And the fact that I'm willing to go back says a lot. And I've had people hit me up and hit my wife up like, yo, your husband is fucking crazy. And she's like, he is fucking crazy. You should probably not do the things you're fucking doing. Because you don't know. The old me, the 23-year-old me comes out. It was a long fucking time ago, but it's still fresh in my memory, especially when my family gets fucking talked about.
So how long have you known this guy?
Huh?
How long did you know this guy?
Not even a year.
Oh, thank God, bro. You know what I mean? You could have wasted a lot more time on it.
That's what I'm saying. From January 2021, like the end of January to the beginning of September, just before my birthday, I worked with him and I did a lot of work. Like I said, spent a lot of time down there. More time doing shows with him and behind the scenes with him and hearing what his real thoughts were on artists when they're performing and he's coming in my ear while I'm filming and saying, this dude's fucking trash because he raps over his vocals, or this fucking guy's trash because he's using auto-tune. And then going and talking to the people like it's regular, like he's cool with them, but telling shit behind their back. That's the kind of person that he is. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
What are we in high school?
The tip of the iceberg of this guy's character. You know,
He's obviously not mature in the mental at all.
him and his girlfriend. Let me see, his girlfriend's got a fucking OnlyFans, according to this kid that did a show.
I don't knock nobody's hustle for real.
Right, but the way that she acts and the way that they act together is toxic, and it's seen by everybody. You know what I mean? Like, he talking to girls, taking pictures of them with his camera. She goes out and changes into a skimpy ass short shorts and a belly shirt when she's fully dressed in the club. Like, literally out to the car to change when she notices that he's flirting with somebody or taking pictures with girls. That's the kind of toxic relationship that they have. High school shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's their prerogative, though. That's their life. You know,
I don't care. It's my prerogative now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, he made it that way, really.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, don't date a fucking a hoe bag. You know what I mean? Maybe you look better on your image. You know?
Yeah, but his
wouldn't have to
image
take
is already fucked.
fucking 12-year-olds.
His image is already fucked as it is by himself.
So, with all that being said, I'm ready to move on and talk about the music. And it looks like our guest tonight, who is a dope producer from the great state of Maine, by the name of Bizza, he's having a little problems with his video right now. But we are going to get him on here as soon as we can. But in the meantime, I want to play some of these beats because they're so unique and different, and they're very jazzy and very sample heavy, which I like. And I just want to play a few beats while he's getting this set up. And yeah, I see you out here, Ron Starter. Let's shout out Maine's Rap.
Ron, what's up, man? How you doing?
Obviously, like I had said before, dope promotional company, have been doing shows in Maine for a fucking better part of 15 years, I think. So I have nothing but good things to say about Maine's Rap. And yeah, so let's get into some of this. Let me share Biz's Bandcamp real quick so that we can play some of this music off of there. Let's see, where we at? All right, let's share this over. And this is the Bandcamp where we're going to see most of the production from Bizza. And I want to get into it right now. This album, or this project that I'm about to play right now, is his most recent, at least. I'm pretty sure it is. And it's called Speed Bumps. And it's unique, like I had said before, but let's just jump into it. A little short snippet.
Wait, hold up.
Like
This
that.
dude in the middle right here, that's Bizza?
Huh?
I'm Maine Man.
No, this is Main Man.
I'm
Maine
co-host tonight.
Bizza, his camera is not working right now. He's in here with us,
Oh, okay,
but his
bet.
camera is not working. Hey, let's pull him up right now. Let me see.
Okay.
Pull him up. Bang. Let me see if we can get him. Yo,
Oh,
can you hear us?
Yep.
what's up,
Hey,
man?
we got
What
you.
up, man?
We got the phone working. All right.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
what's up, man.
switch over to that.
Word. All right, so it's working. Like I said.
All right.
this
Yeah.
is Bizza. Yo, let's give everybody a quick introduction of yourself.
So Bizza, been making beats for like, I don't know, 10 something years now. Dude, just love making the grimy shit, jazzy shit, just, huge influences like that. Pretty much everything off the MPC 1000. That's basically my tool right there. That records,
Hell yeah.
try to keep it kind of old school, new school,
Hell yeah. So how'd you get your name, bro?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
So my friends just kind of dubbed me that because I was listening to a fuckload of Wu-Tang Clan back in like early high school days. Yeah, dude. And so Bizza.
Hell yeah. I like it.
Stuck with it. Yeah.
How do you spell it?
BZA.
Let's put it up. I'm gonna put it up right here. Boom.
Yeah.
So it's up on the screen for you.
Are you just on Bandcamp, or do you have other spots you streaming from?
Bandcamp, but there's some shit on Spotify. Honestly, I just haven't put really anything out in a while, but I've been hoarding a lot of beats. Yeah, dude. I mean, I have shit I could put out, but I don't know. I just hang on to shit. Then when I'm ready, throw something up. I really haven't felt like that I need to put anything out lately. I don't know. People hear it that need to hear it, but I do little snippets on Instagram sometimes when I'm feeling like, something needs to get heard and I don't want to sit on it. So I'll just like try to make a little video or something. Yeah.
That was like the first time I think I heard a beat from you was on IG, like something you put together. A little
Hell yeah. I love the little snippets, man. And then obviously I play, me and my homies started the whole resample thing going on down here in Portland. I don't know if anyone's heard of that. Live beat show. Yeah.
I'm down in Portland a lot, man. I'll come check it out.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, dude. We got another one coming up August 20th, I think, is the date.
Where is that? Over at Sun Tiki?
Yeah, Sun Tiki. Yeah. That's pretty much where we've played a couple other, we moved around a little bit, but it's the easiest there with, our boy Dave set up with the TVs. I mean, it's like, I don't know, we're up to like 20 now or something like that.
Yeah, it's a dope little spot, man, to do shows at. And they are set up there for pretty much anything from fucking just rehearsing to doing live shit. They're a great little spot. Like I said, supporting Maine local shit. Sun Tiki is up there at the top of the list, along with like Flask and Money to the Minds guys that put on all that shit. Like, it's definitely if nobody's ever heard your shit, I was trying to explain like how your beats are like jazzy and like very simple. But if nobody's really heard it before, I want to jump into something right now, and this will be off this your latest project, Speed Bumps, which I only got through like the first 3 or 4 songs beats on here, but I haven't really heard of the back end of it. But I want to play.
Back end's good.
Start
at the middle.
Start in the middle. All right, so let's go with let's go with Short Break, and let's just play this real quick. It's just a 53-second snippet kind of shit, but it'll give you a basic feel. And then I want to go and play for the audience the Big Shot intro that I did over that beat, that Take 403 beat that you had from.
Hell yeah. Yeah, some old stuff. Yeah.
Jump into Short Break so you can kind of get a feel for this kind of production that Bizza does. And then we'll talk about that a little bit. And then we'll jump into the Big Shot intro that just came out on my album, the Dirigo album.
Hell yeah.
Let's stop that one from playing right now. And as you can see, like I said, it's jazzy, but it's hip hoppy at the same time. And
love it.
The beats, like, they bounce. You know what I mean? They have that.
Thanks, dude. Hell yeah.
Jazzy drum feel. But
it gives me a very like MF Doom type vibe, like some underground.
Thanks, man. Fuck yeah.
Very, well layered jazz influence.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
100%.
Yeah.
I do like it. There. I'm not hating whatsoever, bro, but there's a lot going on.
Yeah, dude. That's
You know
what I
what I mean?
love, man. Yeah, dude.
So
I
like,
mean,
I'm a simple-minded motherfucker. So sometimes, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? There's a lot. I'm like, damn, there's a lot going on in that beat, bro.
yeah. I mean, I got beats that, were not meant to be like written to or whatever, you know
Like,
what I
yeah.
mean? It's like
Yeah.
like Madlib, dude. Like that's a huge influence of
Yeah.
mine. And like some shit he makes is like borderline jazz music. It's like
Right.
it is. I mean, fuck, he did that shit. Like
Yep.
like and then I have some shit like especially lately I've just been trying to make like grimy rap beats for people to rap to with like huge influences from I don't know, Conductor Williams shit right now and people like that, like Al, obviously Alchemist has like been going crazy for the last few years, so I love that shit. That project is some weird shit though, no lie, for sure.
I'm not saying I didn't like it, but
You're good.
You said it perfectly. You're like, yo, some of my beats are not made to be rapped to. Like that sounds like something I would, you know what I mean? I would be, cruel. I could just hear that and mellow right out. You know what I mean? Like that's mad chill vibe music.
Yep.
Yo, thanks, man. Yeah, I know you're not hating, dude. It's cool.
I'm totally down with that. Like you could put on a project and just vibe through it, and yeah, you wouldn't have to really hear any lyrics over it. You know what I mean? Because
exactly.
like he said, that you've got many elements in there which keep your ears busy, which is a good thing. Sometimes you do got to dumb it down, but that's when what you're doing, specifically working with an artist. You know that you got to have a little less in there to kind of let their vocals come forward. But when you're doing shit strictly, and I do this a lot with a lot of my beats, if I know I'm putting out a beat tape and shit, I let the beat kind of breathe. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people want to maybe freestyle on it, but then if I'm doing something that's a lot of times I'll make a beat that's totally from the heart and it'll be too much. And someone will be like, I can't even rap on that. And you'd be like, yeah. Well, I wasn't intending that. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I get where you're coming from. But this one in particular, the Take 403 beat that you did just really stood out to me. I love the way that I think it's the bass kick or bass, whatever. It's distorted when it fucking hits. But boom.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think it's just like a stock 808 from my MPC 1000, dude. Like some shit that came with it, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Fuck yeah!"
And the tone that it hits in is perfect. But right now, I'm just gonna share that over from my album, so we could just take a look at that beat and then see what it's like when I'm rapping on it. To kind of give you a feel of what it's like.
Yeah.
Let's see. Share this tab. All right, let's share this over. So this is the intro to the album that I just put out a year ago. I called it Big Shot, but the beats, if you're looking through Bandcamp, it's on Some Grass, I think is the project, and it's Take 403, the first beat that popped up. It was literally like I went to look at the first project and I blew through the like I listened to all the songs in the project and I went back to the first one and I just kept playing it on fucking loop, and this verse, whatever, just came to me, and the way that it came out, because it's a short beat, I'm like, this is perfect for a fucking intro. I think I hit you up with like the verse or something. I was like, can I use this? This is fucking. But anyways, that's a little setup for
that little Pam Grier sample in there. Perfect, dude.
Yeah, dude. When I wrote it, I let it breathe when the sample came in and shit, and like wrapped around it. I just think it was fucking dope. But yeah, check it out. This is that song called Big Shot off my album produced by Bizzle.
Take 403.
Yeah. Bizzle. Shit. I'm floating from all the grass I've been smoking, hoping motherfuckers come up to me when they spoken. Toasting some big fat dabs, then I'm just coasting. Profit is chosen cause this ship in motion. Why all the hate? Tired of fucking with people who fake. Fuck did you say?
Let me tell you something about people, Big Shot. Whether they're white, black, green, yellow, or purple, when they smell a few colors, they all act alike.
Spent time in prison, was there every day. Fucked up my vision, I wanted to say. Been in this rap game for 22 years. Before you could walk, I had wrote my first song. You really soft as fuck, you living in fear. Been doing this shit since before you were born. Don't ever forget, like an oath has been sworn. You do this for ego, you do this for pride. You do this for reasons besides to survive. I do this for reasons to try and provide. Vultures can fly cause they ended the culture. I say they hide, we expose their true colors.
So quick little intro there with that dope ass fucking beat. I couldn't get enough of it. Like when I listened to it for the first time, I was like, and that's how it is. I think a lot of times, if you rap and you produce at the same time, like if you're a rapper producer, I think a lot of times I get sick of hearing my own fucking beats, and I will listen to other people's shit and be like, oh, this shit is fucking dope, and not only pull ideas from it, but then feel like a vibe on it, like almost immediately sometimes, and just rap on this. But that really, I had some of these other songs were singles and stuff that are on this album, so they've been around for a while, and some aren't singles or whatever. But that was like something that had to be done. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do for an intro. I didn't know if it was just going to be a regular song, and I still didn't have anything set in stone. And then I came across that, and I was like, this is it. Gotta be.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so Lucifer says Superfly, my guy. Yeah, Lucifer, appreciate you tuning in, bro, as always, and giving the great feedback on everything. But yeah, let's talk a little bit. Let's transition now over to usually this will be the point in the show where we talk about strange news. So if any of you guys have heard any weird fucking news this week, now would be a great time to talk about it. I got some strange fucking news as I usually do. So I'm going to share the screen on this just so we can kind of look at it at the same time as I'm reading it. But this one in particular is funny, a real funny one. Let's see if I can pull it up here. All right, so police ridicule a man for buying celery that he thought was pot. Okay, so in Indonesia, this is where this takes place.
Leave that man alone.
The social media video had gone viral of an Indonesian man sitting at the local police station. The man who bought pot reported a crime after he purchased the illegal substance, and he holds a mysterious piece of paper which contained the supposed drugs. However, the search for marijuana was not what he wanted at all. It was just celery leaves, and some regular grass was just thrown in there too. So when the video first went viral, it showed police laughing at him while listening to his report. According to the man, he bought it for 50,000 rupiah, which is equal to 2 pounds in English terms, I guess. The dried leaves were not ganja leaves. It's fake, said Daniel, head of the narcotics agency at the time. Police began to question him. They asked if they knew that the marijuana he meant to buy was a drug or not. They asked him how many times he used that particular drug.
How much celery did he smoke?
Why was he reporting himself for smoking weed, or was he reporting it because he knew it was fake?
Right. Was he reporting it because he got ripped off? Right. Someone stole my money. They sold me fake weed.
He reported it, and he was surprised that it was fake.
Yeah, well, that's the same guy who bought fake celery leaves, thinking it was weed. Like, he's like, yo, he doesn't have all his cards there, bro.
Well, in 2016, Indonesia, they said about 1.2 million Indonesians, or around 0.5% of the population, experiment with drugs, which isn't a very big amount, because the country does hold some of the strictest drug laws in the entire world. So,
what's the percentage?
They put people in jail for weed over there, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So,
what's that percentage?
0.5% of the population.
0.5%.
Which I think is a small amount, but
that's like no one.
Either way, this one is pretty funny too. A young man lands in the ICU after a freak masturbation accident.
No.
Here's a reminder to take it easy while appreciating your own body, it says. So this young fellow pushed the act of self-love to the breaking point. So that was from Switzerland, I guess, and he managed to land himself in a hospital with a torn lung and air inside his chest after what we can only assume was a particularly furious masturbation.
Yes.
The man had been at home doing what many young men do. According to the patient, he'd been lying in bed having a meeting with Mrs. Palm and her 5 daughters. Suddenly, he began experiencing symptoms that would be massive turnoffs for anybody. He started having trouble breathing and soon after developed sharp pain in his chest. He took his own breath away. So the emergency room, he the ICU. He seemed fine, but his increasing chest pain had doctors' worries. So the guy had a history of asthma, but otherwise was healthy. He told doctors didn't use drugs or smoke and hadn't been coughing or exercising heavily. So it says that an average masturbation session only burns about 70 calories, so he should have been fine. A chest scan of the neck showed profound, whatever this word is, that word, was subcutaneous emphysema reaching up into the base of the skull. Plain words, the young man had torn his lung while masturbating. As a result, air leaked out from his lungs and into his chest cavity.
I'll have what he's having.
I mean,
that sounds awesome.
That's some dedication.
Yeah,
right? That's what I gotta say. That's some dedication. And normally, my cousin, who's usually co-host here with me, would have some other more regular strange news to chime in with. But me, I go with the really fucking weird shit.
That was a good one. Those were both good.
Yeah, that was pretty weird. Yeah,
You're those in the news. I don't know where you're getting your news from.
Nothing from Florida this week, which usually is a sticking point for us.
I love Florida man.
Florida man, yeah. You ever looked up your birthday in Florida man to see what he did on your birthday?
Yeah. Yeah, you
look it up.
Birthday, Florida man, and there's going to be an article, and that's like your article, Florida man, of what he did on your birthday.
Just the day. You don't need to do the year. Just like your month and day. Yeah.
And then Florida.
Cool. That's good. We'll look into that for sure. Fuck. All right. So now let's transition over to your first projects. And you said you've been doing this maybe about a decade or so. So how did you get started? Was it always with the MPC or what?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like I got the MPC shortly after I got a little MIDI controller and was using it with FL Studio, but I was using it the way you use the MPC and like chopping samples like that. And then I saw a bunch of videos on YouTube back in the day of like, Pete Rock and DJ Premier and all them talking about the MPC, and I was like, I mean, that's it right there. And then I got to play with one of my friends at his house one time. And after like using it for a little bit, I was just like, oh shit, I definitely need to get one of those. And then got a fucking killer deal way back in the day on eBay. Was like, all right, that's it. I'm going to use that.
Stop it for.
I think I won it in a bid for like 300 or something stupid like that. And then it was pristine, like in the box, brand new, like maybe used like, I don't know, a few times or something.
How much do they usually run?
They're probably like 600-700 now, 8 maybe. I don't know. As the years go, as the years go on, they just get more iconic. You know what I mean? And people are like,
right, because they're running out. Like people, they don't make them anymore. So if the older versions, like I got a 2500 that I had for fucking never.
Oh hell yeah,
700, but you can get them, and it was like nice. Matter of fact, I'll play a little video here when we're done talking about this particular segment. It'll show me playing the MPC because I want to like show people how I use the MPC, and I know how you use the MPC are two different ways. I bet. So what I want to do is just kind of show it a little bit to show like the differences and what you can do with the fucking MPC and how. Yeah, like you can sequence things and never really touch the pads, or you can fucking use the pads and do it all live. It's just crazy how much you can do with that. And I got started on a 2000 XL that my former manager, Chip Sullivan, who goes by the name Def Sauce now, gave me pretty much when he signed me to a management deal. And I just had never used that before. So my production was all on FL Studio for like 5 years.
Another FL user, hell yeah.
Right, so I used FL Studio since it was Fruity Loops like fucking 2 in 1999, and I used all the stock sounds and I made these beats and I was sample heavy. I sampled like a lot of classic rock and things I knew that my family and parents listened to, and then came up and he gave me the MPC and he's just like, figure out how to use it. And I was like, okay, and it was completely fucking crazy.
Those are hard too, yeah.
But yeah, using it, I think it's great. It's so creative, the things you can do with it, especially when you know what you're doing. But to learn it wasn't too bad, like the learning curve wasn't bad. Back in 2005, when I first picked it up, there wasn't much for YouTube. There wasn't much for videos out there people using. I kind of just had to fucking push buttons and turn the knob and figure things out. Like it was very crazy. But once I got the hang of that, I figured out my way of doing it was a lot of just playing the drums live, laying out the sample with my hand, and then I got to a point where I could play it live like all at the same time with one fucking hand. I kind of use A-Rap music as a reference. I'm nowhere near like what A-Rap music can do, but it's the same kind of concept. Like I would be at parties and people would be like, yo, fucking break the MPC out. I'd always have it in the case, and I just would, instead of us playing music at a party, I'd be playing the fucking MPC sampling. They'd be like, yo, sample this, and I'd sample some trance. I started sampling like Tiesto and all this fucking crazy shit. People wanted me to sample, and so it kind of turned into but we'll get into the
I got loons outside my house right now making a racket.
Yeah, I was just,
You got loons?
Loons. I live on a lake, so there's literally loons right outside. I don't know if you can hear it. It's so loud.
I can hear that. Yeah.
I thought I was tripping for a second. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, loons are dope. So first project, you always had that you had that NPC feel with your shit. Now, when did you drop your first project?
I think probably, I don't know, 20. Well, I don't know. I can find actually 2020 or not, 2012 probably.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
that sounds about right. It's private now. I took it off like Bandcamp and shit. It's some old weird shit. But you know, I really started doing it with like the Stones Throw beat battles. The Stones Throw forums used to be active and have a sick beat battle every week, and that's what like really kind of helped me get the sound that I want now, I guess. When I was really starting to like chop weird random samples, not just use like one shots and stuff. You know, because they do a random sample every week, and it was just sick to participate and like get some feedback on SoundCloud and shit back when SoundCloud was like a lot different than it is now, I guess.
Yeah.
Less bots, like more
Right.
real people commenting on your shit and stuff and telling you if you're trash. So that was cool too back then, you know. But yeah, no, and then after that, I think the next project was like 15 or 16, that self-titled album. Also different, weird shit, not mixed well, very badly, but I put it out on tape, so I'm keeping that one up for sure. Speed Bumps was the first one where I really felt like, all right, I know a bit about mixing finally, and like, I don't know, I took just a huge break making stuff for a long time too. I just kind of was like, I don't know if I'm really doing this or what, you know?
Right.
But I always consistently was like buying records, so by the time I was ready to go again, I was like, oh fuck, I have so much shit. Like,
Shit to work with, hell yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's cool, man. Fucking, it's an art form that is slowly being lost. So it's nice to see when people keep it alive. You know what I mean?
yeah, man.
People just do all digital these days. I mean, I do that too. I fucking
Same.
samples digital, but
Yeah,
to have a record, there's nothing like that. And yeah, you can get the sound of the record through digital, but it still isn't the same as every individual record will have its
It
unique
has a certain sound to it. You can't-
yeah,
can't
you get the crackles for real, not like the fake shit or whatever. Which, whatever, like you said, I sample a bunch of digital stuff too. I mean,
Yeah.
I allegedly get stuff off Spotify. Who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, it's amazing what you can do with Audacity.
Oh yeah, it is definitely cool.
Yeah.
Edit Pro.
No
before it
pun
was that.
intended.
It was like you
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
So that's dope, man. And then that project you just mentioned, the Speed Bumps, that's your most recent project, that one we played a short break off of, right?
yeah, that was like the last thing I really put together, and I really felt like, all right, I'm gonna make a tape and put it out. And I actually tried to like mix every track and like, you know, make it all sound sonically the same and stuff, and really
Yeah.
thought about it for the first time, and was like, all right, I'm, you know, learned a lot since the last tape was basically just almost like raw off the MPC. I like didn't even know how to mix shit. I was just like,
Yeah.
all right, that's good.
cool how you
That's
can
it.
go back and like listen to your projects and be like, you can kind of see where you were, you know?
Yeah.
It makes me cringe though.
Yeah, not the same. It's humbling, right?
Yeah.
You were like thought you were the shit back then because
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I just did it, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
what? Really?
I didn't know nothing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and the
And
shit
some
I'm
of my
making
old
now
shit-
is different.
My old shit for sure, like shit I was making back in 2005, 6, 7, 8 with like Tommy Guns and Poverty and Bad Manners, like that kind of shit. My
Yeah.
beats back then, I thought they were great and I had good support. But the beats I make now and shit I do now is way better because of the experience. You fucking can't really replace that experience of learning, especially if you do any schooling along the way too to help you.
You're right.
It really
Yeah.
accelerates the stuff. If you take any online courses or anything like that, it does help.
Yeah.
But I like on shit, watching over people's shoulders, asking questions, that kind of shit is kind of pretty much how I fucking learn how to do it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I feel like the more people you work with too, the better you get. You know what I mean? Because you're taking some information and input from them, and you're using it maybe towards your own shit, and it kind of helps build you in certain direction and shit. So
yeah,
for sure, man, you can definitely hear when I go through the new one versus that on Some Grass one that I got that beat from. You can definitely hear the fucking difference in the progression from one to the other for sure.
hell yeah, yeah. That other one's just like, you know, I think I was like doing a lot of shit with the 404 then too, just like trying to make shit grimy or like dusty and like shit like that. And I still like doing that, but honestly I've just been back to like, I've gone like full circle from like making beats on the computer for a minute and like, you know, trying to do it that way. Like Serato samples actually really sick, and I like using it, but now I'm like just right back to the MPC and a record player, and I got a stack of records on my spot right now that I've just been going through for the past couple weeks, and like just using effects from the MPC and then like doing a little bit of stuff on like FL and shit, but then like just mixing it a little bit, and then I'm like, cool, good to go. Just make it compressed as fucking loud, and then it's just like, cool, that's it.
That's the thing, yeah. Compression is a fucking key to mixing that fucking ton of shit these days, because that's what everything is these days. Everything's fucking super compressed. It is. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's like sounds good sometimes, most of the time, if you do it right.
Exactly, and that's the thing is people are listening on so many different things than before. It was just like headphones or your car, and now it's like headphones, car, computer, laptop, fucking phone. You have to compress everything to kind of make it sound good. You know what I mean? And hope it sounds good across all the fucking
balance across
that's what mastering is, though, isn't it? When you mastering a track is when you are able to get that, say, you know what I mean? What you
like make sound full overall.
Yeah, sonically overall kind of sound the same, and that's what you're trying to do with the mastering for sure. And I think that's what hard limiting and compression really come in to play and really help that fucking situation, because you can take the low parts and boost them and the loud parts and take them down and kind of make it try to be the same. And it's hard. It is hard, especially if you're recording in different places, or in today's day and age, if I'm recording here and someone is doing their verse at their house, that makes it crazy. Make sure they send it plain, don't fucking turn it up, don't add no effects, and then you can do a lot with it. But some people are like, I want to send it with the effects on it because I want my shit to sound a certain way, and that's understandable. But that makes it a hard mix sometimes, for sure.
Basically, it's so hard with the internet stuff nowadays, like sending stuff back and forth. I mean, you know, just even like
do shit in person.
I
prefer, like, if we can get together and do it that way in person together, then but if we can't, because like you're in Vegas and I'm in Maine or some shit, like me and Coherent did, it does make it hard, but it's still doable. But you run into issues sometimes. You might have to redo it or send it without fucking effects or some shit.
It's crazy how fast things can change, though. You said you've been doing it since like 05 or before that, way before that. And it's like now you're just you can do that, send it over the internet, and then just be like, okay, it's pretty good.
Yep. Definitely. When I first started out, it was a lot of not that. It was a lot of really just having to be there in person. And we had a studio on Warren Ave that Chip had and stuff like that out there on Warren Ave that had a spiral staircase, and we would spend time after time, and I would sleep there. You know what I mean? That was my fucking home for a long time. Just be in the studio, and Dave Gutter and Paranoid Social Club practiced there in the studio next door. So like I'd always be like, they'd wake me up at fucking 5 o'clock in the afternoon with a jam session, and I'd be sleeping on the couch. I'd be like, and I'd wake up and be like, time to start fucking drinking 5 o'clock, you know, and get into fucking that. And it was just it was a different time for me. It was 18, 19, 20 years old. But having that experience kind of helped me learn a lot about not only just music, but fucking life in general. But so let's talk a little bit about favorite unexplained phenomenon. We talk about this on every show. We want to get people's input on things. If you had to pick a topic of strangeness, whether it's fucking aliens, Bigfoot, ghost conspiracy theories, whatever, something that you're passionate enough about to speak on, should I say, what do you think that would be?
Okay.
Beings, yo.
No, dude, I think my favorite unexplained phenomenon is the phenomenon of like, you know, when you're just like talking about somebody or thinking about something and then it just it happens.
Yeah.
That has happened to me too many times in my life for it to be like a coincidence. Yeah. So much.
Wavelength of your brain at that moment.
I bet it has something to do with the law of attraction, you know what I mean? Because you're thinking about it, you know, you're manifesting it, you know, to happen quicker or something.
Yeah, I've like just wondered about people so many times, like especially a place I used to work in Bangor, like this bagel shop, Bagel Central, shout out. Yeah, dude. But me and my buddy would like be like, oh, I wonder what, I haven't seen this person in a long time. Wonder what this person's doing. Such. What happens like 15, 20 minutes later? They walk in.
See him, yeah. That and technically speaking too, when that happens, like if our universe is truly random, right? Like that should never happen.
Right.
So like if you mathematically speaking, it's impossible, right? To just think something up and then you see him. That happened to me plenty of times too. Like you said, I'd be driving down the street and a song would come on. I did with somebody. Like I'll use this example because this actually happened. This dude I work with, Sam Smead from Old Orchard Beach. We made a fucking album, a bunch of tracks. I'm riding around. I haven't seen him in a fucking year. I know he's around. I know he's working and blah, 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 but I just haven't physically seen him. I'm driving down the road and I'm bumping the fucking music and I'm like, damn, I ain't seen him in a minute. Next thing you know, we're at a fucking red light. He's directly across from me.
See, dude? Yeah, dude.
Like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? And it makes you think. And that happens way too often. It's not like it happened one time. It happens way too often. Like, it's not really supposed to be possible.
Matrix?
Yeah, are we in a simulated reality? And I think some of these things can point to that. And we've talked about this on the show a lot, the simulated reality theory, or another way to put it, I guess, would be like the multiverse theory or whatever it is.
Right, yeah.
Could explain a lot of things like aliens and Bigfoots all together. If you lump it all in as if multi-universe or multiverse, like they exist on different planes and we're able to actually physically see with our fucking eyeballs and so on and so forth. We could fucking delve into this and spend fucking hours talking about it, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we get into Bigfoot a lot here. I particularly Sunday nights because Expedition Bigfoot plays on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock. So after the show, I always watch it. So like we talk about Bigfoot.
Yeah. I fuck with Bigfoot.
Oh
Bro,
yeah, there's a dude.
Scare me, dude. Anything ape like, bro, that shit's intimidating.
There's a dude on YouTube. If you haven't seen him yet, his name is Todd Standing.
Okay.
And he has a YouTube channel. I think it's called Sylvanic Bigfoot. And he's got some really great evidence. I've played on the show before. I always tell people to go over there and check it out. It's really cool. You can get into some shit. He's an eccentric guy, but a lot of his stuff is believable. Check that out if you're into Bigfoot. Aliens, there's been some things we've shown. Aliens in the cockpit fucking looking. The guys zooming in and see them in these videos from Turkey or some shit. We watched that here. Pretty convincing. I'm like,
I got a question for you, man. Why don't y'all leave Bigfoot alone?
Well, I think they just want to prove the existence. Todd Standing is actually trying to protect Bigfoot. He doesn't want anybody to hunt Bigfoot. He tried to make Bigfoot a protected species.
He doesn't want to found, man. He just wants.
Right.
No, yeah.
You ever seen a Jack Link's commercial?
Oh
yeah. I mean, that shit is real. The Jack Link's motherfucking big. It's a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
They always make Bigfoot so
he
funny.
needed to get paid, dude.
They
He doesn't even get paid. That's. I didn't even think about that.
He get paid in Jack Links, bro. He brings it back to his family.
Think
Like
that's what he
easy
wants?
Yeah.
I bet he wants
paid
big shoes, yo.
Yeah, because you think it's one. You think it's one Bigfoot or it's a species?
No,
of...
it's got to be a species.
Yeah.
I mean, the
There's
whole
probably like 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
By this point,
thing, it goes back to the Cro-Magnon stuff and all that. I think.
What? Crow? What?
Cro-Magnon. There was two type. There's the Neanderthals and there were Cro-Magnons, and the Cro-Magnons were like a different breed of human that died out.
What?
except for some of them.
They were less evolved than us in certain ways, like intelligence and stuff, but they were more involved in like they were.
Some of them are still roaming around us right now.
You can look it up. They've found skeletons of them. It's like it's a real thing.
I believe
it's not the missing link, but it's one of the links in there.
You know,
chain.
I think they all have something in common: ghost, alien, and Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're able to go like you could be on Bigfoot's ass, bro, and you not gonna get a motherfucking solid ass picture of this dude.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's
always like,
he's able to move in and out of the.
They always lump Bigfoot in with paranormal, even though it's like supposedly he's an animal on the planet.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
so it would be normal.
Paranormal because we haven't really been able to prove if it's real or not.
Or understand it,
Yep, that's exactly right. But it's interesting, and it's always something we like to bring up with the guests and just to get their take on it. For the most part, everybody who's come on the show is always interested in some sort of unexplained phenomenon, whether it's ghosts or aliens, Bigfoot, whatever, or just everything. We've had plenty of discussions about
demons
that
too. Demons have a lot to do with aliens as well. They're all the same thing.
Yeah, you're right. We've had that conversation as well. Like thinking about, ghosts or demons and shit like that, just being an alien race of some sort.
Yeah,
like, being able to do that. Yeah, we've definitely talked about that because when you think about it, before religion, they were around. So
exactly,
they've always been kind of mentioned before organized religion. So you got to kind of
influencing men for thousands.
Exactly. But yeah, let's talk about. Actually, I just want to real quick. Let's show a little video, MPC video of what I was talking about earlier. How I use the MPC when I'm fucking around, just making beats and shit. Let me see if I can get that over here.
You're so tight at being on topic, bro. Like that must be because you don't smoke weed no more. That's got to be what it is.
Oh man, you got jokes, bro.
Homeboy's on point. He's like, yo, I would have forgot. I would have been like, shit, like.
Yeah, I'm on point. I'm usually on point even when I was smoking weed. I just would slack a little bit more, probably. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm kind of like OCD in a way. Like shit don't go my way. I'm like, ugh, like it hurts me, like right in the heart. You know, like it's gotta go my fucking way, or I'm like, everything gets crazy.
It should be like that. Yeah. This is your story. This is your movie. You know what I mean? You know, through your eyes, you're the starring actor. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, you're right. But yeah, so let's just take a quick look real quick. I'm not going to play this whole video. Just show you a basic, just what I'm talking about of just kind of drumming along with just one hand to feel out beats before I'm actually like recording it down. This is just like nothing really being recorded on the MPC itself. It's just me playing around with the drums that I loaded into the shit or whatever. So let's just take a quick look at it. I was pretty much just going down.
Like I am now listening to a blog big.
Shout out MPC stuff for those dope ass double thick red pads too, because they help the fingers from hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there. Wow, that's nice.
You can probably tell hi-hats up top, kicks it down at the bottom. I usually hit it with my thumb, and then the snares like in the middle.
Yeah.
And then I got some samples and vocal tags at the top on that thing. Usually that's how I set it up.
Like I am now listening to a blog big.
It was like, this is too easy, man.
Keep looking over at the computer to make sure the video. This was like an all fucking EDM fucking sample shit. Every one of them.
Hell yeah, dude.
I had taken requests, I think, for this video.
Did you always just go one-handed?
Yeah, I get more rhythm with one hand than trying to hit it with two. Yeah, because I stiffen up my hands, you know? And if I drop my hands, I just move my fingers slightly. And I'm always hitting the same, but if I do it with two, it can be off.
Right, yeah.
One hand, it seems like it's a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely.
I am now listening to a blog big.
What else we got? If there's any... I think it's all fucking EDM on this one.
Ooh. That's nice right there. Yeah, I like that.
Like I am now listening to a blog big.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, I fuck with that shit. You center stage, my man.
I guess so. Look at me.
He said, "Welcome here. This is the Main Man Show."
Man.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Yeah. So it kicked me out when I tried to switch between things. But
Does it automatically make me host?
Did it change your thing on your end?
I mean, I'm on the main screen, but I don't see anything different in terms of control.
Oh, no.
Nah, sometimes when I'm switching between them for some reason, when I'm sharing YouTube, sometimes it'll kick me right out of Restream. They gotta fix that. So if you're listening Restream, fix that shit.
Yo,
but anyways,
I like how a Main Man gets up. I see who's in charge. you little motherfucking Windows.
So anyways, that's just basic fucking shit, just fucking around, nothing too serious, but nothing that I would like say like I'm gonna put this out and have somebody try to rap on it. It was basically just taking people's requests and just trying to make a beat with it, like kind of on the fly. But that's how I fuck around and do with the MPC. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll integrate both with FL Studio. So like I'll have FL Studio set up with the same exact sounds that I got on my MPC, and I'll fuck with my MPC for a while, and I'll end up getting it to be like, all right, this is how I want the drum pattern to go, and I'll put it over and sequence it on FL Studio, put a little swing on it, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then vice versa. So like I can take it and do it the same on the MPC, and then I can take the MPC and go to do a live show, and it will all be on the hard drive or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of times I do both. Like I'll make a fucking beat, and I do love FL Studio for the fact that all the VSTs that I got like can do so much. And I was so heavy into sampling for like fucking 10 or 15 years. Is pretty much was my bread and butter, was sampling shit from stuff that had already been sampled, and I'm just trying to do it different, or like rock music and shit like that. And then I really got into using VSTs like Busy, man, you've been over, you heard more new beats and shit that I've done, and it's all VSTs and layers of instruments, and I'm self-taught with that shit, and I basically don't read music. Some people are like, do you read music? No, I don't read music. I just go based on my fucking ear, and I know what keys they are in, so I try to keep things in that same frame when I'm doing the bass or I'm doing whatever. I try to keep it the same, so it's not like crazy, but I really like fucking with VSTs now, so I don't sample as much as I used to. But one thing that I do is a lot of times I'll take something like, I know I did there's a beat I did for this kid Dano7 from Oregon, and it's an Aaliyah sample from Rock the Boat, but it's
hell yeah.
So the vocal part is sped up, and it's not Rock the Boat, it's like a part of the verse that I use as the hook. But it sounds like, those vocal chops that you hear so much on new music. But it's me playing instruments behind it, too, so it doesn't sound like Rock the Boat. It's just the vocals, and they're sped up. Pitch. And I do that a lot. Like, I'll use vocals from things, and people won't even know. Like, they'll be like, what is that? And I'll have to be like, dude, that's actually this. And they'll be like, no shit. I'm like, yeah. But you wouldn't be able to tell because it's not the most popular part of the song or whatever. But I absolutely love when I'm able to use the vocals sped up or pitched up or whatever, on top of something that I built with the virtual instrument. So anybody who's watching doesn't know, VST is the virtual instrument. Basically, it's like having a keyboard, on your computer, and you just play it with a MIDI controller, or you can just punch it in on your fucking screen, or you can even use your regular keyboard. As annoying as it can be, but you can use it to do it.
I think you can use your phone now on some things too, right?
Oh fuck yeah.
Yep. And I've been using VSTs for a long time. My first VSTs I ever had got, besides the stock ones that come with FL or whatever, was the Korg Legacy Collection, which was basically all the fucking Korg sounds. And I was a big Korg user, the Triton. My buddy had the Triton, like 88 key.
Yeah.
Go to his fucking... I didn't have one. All I had was the MPC. But with that and the MPC, we could do some cool shit.
That was like the workstation, right? The Triton, the big one. Yeah.
It was a fucking 88 key. And then when I learned you could get that virtually and have that on your computer, I was like, what? And I got the whole thing. It had like 4 different or 5 different Korg instruments, and all done virtually. And that was kind of where it started for me. And then, of course, people started making their own. And I always say, when I come on here and talk about production, I tell people, go get some VSTs if you haven't fucked with it, and try to drop it in whatever DAW you're using, because some people don't use FL Studio, but there's other ones out there like and whatever else.
FL Studio is probably like the least compatible with all of them, honestly.
Yep. but shit, man, VSTs go a long way into.
They sound good now.
The creativeness, like if you're ever stuck on something and you want, or like a lot of times I'll get this with a like sample, right? And I can't get a bass line or 808 right, and I'll pull up a VST and get a nice little fucking bass line going right off the VST in the sample, and you would think it came like that, like the sample came like that, but it's really just playing the VST. It doesn't have to be over the top. You can sometimes be real subtle with it and get some really good results using the VST. But a key thing to have is a VST, and they're a lot cheaper than actually having to buy the hardware rather than. I think he spent like almost it had to be $1,000 or more on that fucking Korg Triton back in 2005 or 6, and he was like his prized possession. But the thing about this kid, Matt Erickson was his name, dope producer, but also didn't know how to play. He didn't know how to read music or play anything either. And he had this huge Korg Triton, and he would just find something that sounded cool and play a little run on it, and then we chop that, and then we pop it into the MPC, make it fucking pop it back over to add some more VSTs. It was a fucking process, and we could streamline that and just do it all through FL Studio. I would, you know what I mean? Because it's way easier. But yeah, enough of that fucking shit. Let's talk more about. I actually want to hit you with a fucking. We do top 5 dead or alive. It can be anything. We always say whatever you want to talk about is cool. It could be artists. It could be your favorite producers. It could be albums, songs, fucking movie, what kind of food you like, places you've been to, whatever the fuck you feel like talking about in this particular day. We let the guests pick. You just make a little quick top 5 in your head of whatever you want. You know what I mean? What do you think?
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Let's do top 5 producers.
Yeah,
that's good. I like that.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd pick that.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Top 5 producers. Let's take a second to think about it, and then when you're ready, go ahead. And I'm gonna think of some, and everybody else, if you want to think of top 5 producers, let's do that. Let's start with you whenever you're ready.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like in order. I can't do that. That's terrible. All right. I guess off the top of my head, right now, as it changes, I'd go Alchemist. I go DJ Premier.
Yep.
I go Madlib.
Yep.
I'd probably go Doom.
Nice.
Dude, I don't know. I'd probably just go Madlib again, man. He's like literally one of my tops. Yeah.
Yep.
Straight up, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great list, man. Most of those would be on my list too. I'm gonna add one that you did not mention that I really like. I like No of Cunning Linguist. I don't know.
Hell yeah. Yep.
He's really sick. He does a lot of really awesome sampling, and he's got this chill vibe to him. I think he's one of the best.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I got a top 5. It usually doesn't change much, but it's definitely going to be like Timbaland, DJ Premier, and Dr. Dre for sure. Another producer that I really fucking love and can listen to all day is Ant from Atmosphere.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
And another one that doesn't really get talked about as much, especially these days, is Red One. Red One did some beats. Well, he's kind of gone pop, you know what I mean? But back in the day, some beats for like 50 and other people like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Associated with Lady Gaga, Nicki Minaj, Jennifer Lopez, and shit like that these days. But pretty dope producer.
Gotta go where the money's at, dude.
Yeah. Right. And but obviously, always going to be in my top is DJ Premier, Dr. Dre, and Timbaland. Just really influenced by those guys for sure.
Yeah, Premier's like the king of the MPC stuff, man. I mean, honestly, like doing it in modern day, like what everyone does, like.
And another producer that I sometimes throw in the top, he's not as consistent, hasn't really done a lot recently, is A-Rap Music. He's a dope producer. But
yeah, I definitely, I got that.
Out a lot of music these days, so it's like I kind of don't listen to him as much, and it's not as fresh in my mind. But between like 2012, 13, 14, he was fucking, I mean, it's all I listened to. It got me back into music when I was out of music for a while. I was like, made me be like, I gotta fucking step my game up and do a little bit more with this.
Yeah, his videos are definitely a reason why I got the MPC for sure. And I should have mentioned Pete Rock too, dude. I mean, Pete Rock is another huge, like, you know, I watched his videos of him playing with. There's a couple old videos on YouTube of him like playing with a 2000 XL, and I was like, oh, okay, like yeah.
We'll just say Jay Dilla. As
Yeah.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Another person that just has been gone for so long now that you kind of forget about what he did, but he had a huge body of work for the short amount of time that he was here, and it was always good. And he had that unique sound where he didn't want it to be completely syncopated. Like he liked a little bit of live feeling on the drums where not exactly perfect, and that's cool. I like that. He wasn't afraid to do that, which was cool.
Yeah, he's definitely the king of that modern, just type of shit like that. Everybody wants to make Dilla beats, dude.
Right.
At one point, everyone, yeah, of course. That's like the way he chops shit. You just don't even know, too. That's the thing. I don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? I can't.
Yeah.
The shit I've seen sometimes when they do like the breakdown videos, and I'm just like, dude, I've heard that song, but where the fuck do you get like those little bits out and then like put them back together? And it's just like, damn, dude.
Some of the shit that they do has been very intricate. And I chopped samples before, but never to the extent that some of those guys can chop some fucking samples, man. It's crazy. For sure.
Yo, I got a top 5 for y'all. All right, I'm going with Kanye.
Yep.
DJ Mustard. Mike Will made it.
Yep.
I got Russ.
Okay. Fuck, man. Russ is
Metro Boomin.
Yep.
And just an honorable mention, Swizz.
Oh, Swizzy.
Diplo was good too, though.
Hell yeah.
Hip-Hop is really killing it now too.
Yeah.
All that stuff with Nas I really like.
For sure.
Yeah. Who did that? Who just did that album with Nas? Wasn't it
Hit Boy.
Yeah, Hit Boy. Yeah, dude.
He was three. He did King's Disease 1, King's Disease 2, and then he just did the Magic one, which was like a track that was really good.
That album was sweet.
King's Disease 3 coming out sometime this summer.
Yeah, that kind of revitalized Nas's career in a way, like working with Hit Boy to do those fucking projects. Really great producer, kind of underrated, like you just said. If we could, and this changes every fucking week, usually. Get rotated in, or whatever we've been listening to is fresh in our mind, but definitely was listening to King's Disease 1 and 2 for sure. And Magic was another one that I was listening to, but King's Disease 2, I think that's got that track with Eminem and EPMD on it. That was a dope fucking track, and Eminem just killed it with like fucking 60 bars or some shit on that fucking shit.
Go figure.
Yeah, another new dude.
Things to say, to be honest.
No, he'll never run out of shit to say, I don't think. Right?
Another new dude, Conductor Williams. Have you guys heard of him? He's the one making all the beats for like West Side Gun and shit, like all that elegant stuff. I love that, dude. That's what I fuck with right now, hard, dude.
Zelda type shit,
yeah.
Don Q's. Do you guys happen to know who makes Don Q's beats?
I don't know.
How would I find that out? Googling it?
Just Google it, yeah. It could just be some unknown dude, because these people love that shit too, man. Like nowadays, like you can just, as long as you have dope beats, I feel like if it gets in, someone will find it eventually. You know what I mean? Like,
it says here, Murder Beats makes his
Oh yeah.
Murder Beats, okay, yeah. Murder Beats came up off of the internet too. He's like an internet, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's BeatStars or whatever it was, but
yeah, definitely. The Dat Piff days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. So when you're not making music and shit like that and not working, like what do you do for fun or to clear your mind of everything? Like, are you into like art, reading, fucking riding a bike, hiking? Like what do you do to like kind of break the monotony of doing music and all
fishing,
that?
Yo.
Yeah, right, dude. I love being outside. I mean, being outside, outdoors, hiking and shit is fucking great. I haven't done that in a minute, but definitely trying to get back to that. I do a little gaming, obviously. You know, gotta game a bit, and then just you know, like fucking cooking with my friends and shit, dude. Roommates make that good food and stuff. And
oh man,
yeah.
You know what I like to do? I like to do vigorous. What did that? How did that dude fuck up his chest? That's what.
So you're in the hospital often, then. That's what you're saying.
They just keep me a bracelet on.
Yeah, they got a bracelet. They hang it up on the wall for you. Oh, you back again? Here, take your bracelet. And you're like, all right, I'm taking it. Oh man.
Fuck yeah.
Shit. So let's talk about actually, if you got any new releases? Well, we just talked about your most recent on the Bandcamp, but you got anything that's coming out soon that we should be aware of? Like, if you plan on dropping another beat tape anytime soon, you working with anybody? What you got going on?
I don't have any plans on anything new soon. I mean, we have a new like resample show coming up, like I said, in August, I believe. And, you know, I always play new beats at those when I get a little 15, 20 minutes up there. So that's basically where people have been able to catch new shit. You know, I got a track out with Kadeem, a dope rapper in Boston that came out on a couple tapes of his ago, Passing Exchange, fucking sweet album. You guys should definitely check that out. Trying to work a little bit more with just some people like that, and you know, just seeing what happens. What's that?
What's your contact?
You can just hit me up on IG.
Here. Hold on, right?
Yeah.
Here.
It's like at BZA. I think it's 2 underscores, 1 or 2 or something. Yeah, that's the Instagram. So, yeah.
And then you got the Bandcamp.
Right now on my Insta.
Yeah, Bandcamp. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yep.
Hell yeah. That's cool, man. And when I'm working on another project that it's in the works, and I got a bunch of shit going on, I definitely want to link up with you and maybe hear some stuff that isn't on the. It's not.
Yeah.
On the
honestly, dude, I have more beats hoarded away in folders on my computer than like online. Yeah, dude. Same. I played a lot at shows.
You're pretty required to fucking.
Don't talk to me about that. I got like probably 500.
I love laying low, dude. I was all like, you know, ready to put shit out when I first started making beats. I was like, this is the thing, and I would put everything on SoundCloud or everything online, and then I was just like, why? No, dude. Like, I just, you know. When people need to hear them, they hear them.
Very few will make it out. Like if I put a beat, like I put 6 beat tapes out, the Beat Report, volume 1, 2, 3. Very few will make it out. Like if I put 6, I will always be like, who's echoing? Is that you?
I hope it's not me.
Who that was? That was
weird. I don't know where that was. That was weird.
I've heard a crazy echo. All right. So anyway, I got 6 beat tapes out, and those beats are like good or whatever, but they're not the best ones. Like I don't pick the best ones to put out. I just pick ones that I'm like, this is kind of fitting the vibe I want to have for this. You know what I'm saying? And then and Busy knows because he's been over my house and looked through fucking folders and folders on my computer of how many beats I got. It's fucking hundreds that are bounced out, and then you open up FL Studio and shit, and there's more in there that haven't even been put together or bounced out of there. They're just sitting in there still that haven't even been.
Like, how do you spell Instagram one more time?
BZA 2 underscores.
It's just
be 2 underscore. Is it 1? All right. I don't even know my own Instagram. Hell yeah.
That's it. Right here, because I went and looked it up earlier to be sure.
Thanks, guys. You got my back.
Yep. That's the one there. And then the Bandcamp. And I think you can go to your SoundCloud from the Bandcamp if you look at the on the side, on the right-hand side of the Bandcamp. Actually, why the fuck am I talking about it but not looking at it?
I tried to hit all the links on there, yeah.
Here it is. Let's share it on the screen again so you can see it for everybody. But yeah, if you look right there under follow, it says SoundCloud. You can click there and look on there. I don't know if it's much different from there, but if you're a SoundCloud person and you have a SoundCloud, you want to look on there, you got that. And then
there's some cooler shit on there from the past few years, like after that album came out too, or like leading up to it. Yeah.
Dope. Yeah. So let's see. I want to play some more beats off this while we got this up, actually. So I'm gonna just keep going down through this, and we'll play a few of these and just kind of vibe out. And then we'll probably do like final shout outs and shit like that, and we'll get out of here. We'll wrap it up for tonight. But yeah, let's bust through some of this shit. I played Short Break, and I'm gonna play this track called F right here. And since these are so short, we're just gonna run through these. So let's just sit back, vibe, and let these play out. And then when we're done, we'll come back and do final shout outs and shit.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, a little Patrice Russian sample.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's not really good.
Thanks, G.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, this got that vibe to it.
Yeah. I can rock it too.
Hell yeah.
This fresh, crispy suit, just walking down the street. $100 in your pocket.
Kramer with the pimp suit, dude.
So I feel like I'm a pimp in the 60s or 70s.
Hell yeah, dude.
Feather and cap and everything.
Hell yeah.
This shit sounds nice. No, this sounds like the scene on the beginning of man, I'm trying to think of the guy's name now. Oh, hold on, I'll give it.
Just get in there.
I gotta plug my laptop in, guys. I'll be right back.
Man, it's got that real jazzy flavor when that saxophone comes on, bro.
And the three violin and the sax.
Bro. I feel like we should be on the most roller skate. Pistol ball.
You got the roller skating rink.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Doing the backwards slide.
Yeah. Who's walking on that shit?
Fuck yeah.
4 wheels only. 4 wheels only.
That's right.
That was a fucking vibe right there.
Dude,
Thanks, dude.
I feel at least.
See, I just go everywhere, man. There's no tight. It's just everything.
Ooh. Yeah, this one too.
Hell yeah.
You're not lying about that, man.
I'm fucking with this one right here. This is some fucking like some Nas shit right here.
Hell yeah, man. Just an excavated loop, dude. Just, you know, it's just finding them.
I love how it just gives you a little taste of that guitar too.
Oh yeah.
It's like just enough.
Yeah, I can buy it.
Feeling it.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Mo.
The music that you have to walk around.
Heavy.
That's what it's made for, man.
Yeah, that was a good one, mate.
Yeah.
Coattail everywhere.
I'm pretty sure I had to record this like straight in because my MPC couldn't like sequence this shit. It was like not an 8-bar loop or something. Like I couldn't get it to loop.
You keep it going the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So,
or I had to get like a couple good phrases, right? Like the whole weird part and then like loop that.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I feel like that sometimes.
In the MPC world, like, the way you just said that, that's like the filming, one take, you know what I mean? Doing it all in one take. Like,
yeah.
You don't got that, like you said, you don't have that loop to work on.
Nah, yeah. I like to just record the loop, but sometimes it's just too weird and it's like, alright, just get it done.
Damn, dude, you're bringing back all cool balls.
Yeah, dude.
Like I said, this shit is like unique.
You know what I like about this?
Yeah.
Nowadays, you feel me. You feel, you know, you feel.
Thanks, man.
It's just mad.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Love a good guitar loop, dude. You get a good guitar.
That was nice. That was like a complete one. That was like complete.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Some guitar loops, man. This one, hopefully Joel Santana's not watching. I did not pay for this.
Need no more.
Niggas and bitches, I'm back on my A game. Is you getting the picture? What up? And last album, they don't like me to tell this. They undership my record, they ain't expect me to sell shit. Shut up, that's what they telling me. Switch up your melody. You hot, but if you go pop, your record'll be selling 3. Fuck off, I ain't no damn puppet. I'ma do what I wanna do, just as long as my fans love it. Perfect. And if they can't cut it,
got that disclaimer at the bottom.
Blow up on another label. Cops, you better realize, Paul, I'm a real live star. Ask your kids if they feel my bars, they'll tell you, hell yeah. Ask him, is he just running his mouth, or is he really the one to look out for? He'll tell you, hell yeah, yeah, he's the one to look out for. He's not just running his mouth, y'all. He'll tell you, said the ruler is back. Come on.
That was dope.
That was beyond dope.
I feel like that's a beat you wouldn't hear him rap to. So it's cool to incorporate it and be experimental with it.
Yeah. I love doing that. I haven't done that in a minute with some acapellas, but yeah, that was always super fun. Or especially if I could find the record too. That would, if I could sync it up off the record and record it into like FL like that, it was always sick. But yeah, I like that one a lot. That's probably one of my favorites from the album, honestly.
Man. You were right though about the back end of that. Like I said, I only got through the first few, but then I was like distracted probably, and I was like,
yeah.
But nah, you're right, because like probably like 3 or 4 of them, I was just like total vibes.
Yeah, I just tried to make like one solid full tape that time. You know what I mean? And it's like 10 tracks. I was like, I got 10 good tracks. You know what I mean? No filler, dude. No filler.
No, it's definitely dope. This is like you have your own, unique style. Like you said, I can hear that the mad lib shit, but like it's definitely unique. It's not like someone else. Really.
Thanks, dude. Really appreciate that. That's what I'm going for, man.
Yeah,
that's what everybody should be going for.
Yeah.
Originality sells. That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you think, man? You got some final shout outs before we let you go? Anybody you want to say what up to? Thanks. Anything you want to push? I know we got that show coming up.
Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the invite.
To check you out.
Thanks.
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah, dude, just shout out to all the homies at Resample, man. Dave, Gary, Luke, all them, dude. Like, they all make it happen. Sam, Turquoise Crown, it's such a tight crew. That really got me back into making beats, for sure. When I'm kind of linked up with all these dudes for real. And then, yeah, so, I mean, check us out on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Yeah, we try to keep up. But we're a little low-key lately, but, there's shit up there and, dude, I mean... My boy Dave is video phenom like that. You should definitely check that out. That shit is tight, super tight.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do that, man. I appreciate you coming on and sharing with us your views and shit. And we'll love to have you back, especially if we can do this again, maybe in the fall or something, and we can hear more about what you've done between now and then. And
hell yeah,
me and you can do some more music for this next project. We can do something. I'm looking forward to that.
I appreciate you having me on here, dude. It's cool. This is fun, dude. I like the format and everything. It's dope, dude. This is super fun. So yeah, definitely come back. This was sick. And we'll have some music and shit and some more shit to share. Hopefully some new stuff. So yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Well, you take it easy. I'm gonna hang out here with these guys and close the show out. But
hell yeah,
we're all set. We got everything we need from you. So
nice to meet you, man. I'll talk to you on Instagram.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys can all find me on there. Hell yeah. Thanks, boys. Later.
All right, peace, bro.
Peace.
Yeah, so I mean that's business right there in a nutshell. We got a lot of information there, and obviously you can hear the unique style that he's got with everything that he does. Got a real good ear for picking out the samples and finding out how to combine them together. You can tell sometimes you got the break loop, the break beat, or whatever that goes over the top of the sample. Sometimes it's all built in. Sometimes he's using more than one sample in the same shit, and it's like you said earlier, Busy, how it was like really keeping your attention. That was like multiple samples all going on at the same time. It's crazy. But yeah, I do want to shout out the sponsors. Obviously, MPC stuff. We talked a lot about the MPC today when we were in here, and they've always been good to me. So if you need anything for your MPC, go over there and check them out. I Regret Nothing Apparel. Obviously, we get some dope shit from them. They're small black Maine-owned business out of Portland, and they always got good social messages on their stuff that they sell, and it's local, so we love that. And Elevate Audio and Visual, that's my company, and I do a lot of shit from wedding video to droning to music videos, short films I'm starting to get into. And if you need a music video or you're into short films, you head over there to elevateaudioandvisual.com. Check us out over there. That's pretty much what I got. You guys got anything to say about wrap up here?
Man, I just appreciate the invite, for real.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. This was a lot of fun. Hope to come back.
And let's talk about next week's guest. Next week I got XL joining me from Salem, Massachusetts. I did a music video with him last summer. That came out really fucking dope. And we look forward to having you as a guest when you come in, Main Man, in July. I think we got you logged in for like the 10th of July or something like that.
Yeah, I believe July 10th, man.
Yeah, so we'll have you on here. We'll play some of your music, and we'll get to pick your brain from that side. I appreciate you helping me tonight. You guys filling in for the usual. My cousin usually co-hosting, and my buddy Sean does a lot of co-hosting, but it's Easter, and he's doing the Easter thing, so I respect that. I don't really fuck with Easter. I don't really give a fuck about it, really, to be honest with you. But
I don't really understand it, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with Easter at all, but other people do, and I respect it, so whatever.
But what's up with the rabbit and the eggs?
I don't know. It's just the way to sell shit, you know what I mean? I guess.
Marketing.
That's a weird way to sell shit, bro. That's a weird combination.
Yeah.
I've heard of peanut butter and jelly, but never fucking rabbit and eggs, man.
Rabbits don't even lay.
And yes, join us next week. We'll go live again at 8:00. We got XL joining us. I think we may even have another guest. I might try to squeeze 2 guests in. I'm not sure yet. Isaiah Khan is another guy that we've been talking about joining us that day, just to have more people. And you guys are always welcome to come on again and hang out. And as always, I just want to kind of just remind people what we talked about at the top of the show when we first were here. Hero of the MC, pedophile creep. Stay away from bars over bars. Stop fucking supporting a predator. Don't buy into his manipulation, and just know what's fucking real. And if anybody got questions or want to call me out, you can go right over to my website, elevateaudioandvisual.com. My email and my phone number are listed there. Feel free to hit me up. I got screenshots and I got plenty of fucking information for you if you need it.
Too much information.
Too much information. So appreciate everybody tuning in though, and the regulars always tune in, like Lucifer and Moses, man. Shout out you guys. Share this shit far and wide if you want. If you haven't seen it live, hopefully you enjoy what you hear if you're tuning in a little later than you weren't able to catch it live. And right now at 10:00 is Expedition Bigfoot. I'm looking forward to that. And also, I do want to shout out Grind Mode Cypher. If you guys haven't heard of Grind Mode Cypher, go check them out. They do Sunday Night Grind, and they're actually live right now on YouTube. They do giveaways. They got t-shirts, features, beats, and all that shit. And they got like 70,000 subscribers. So they're real big. And Lingo, who runs Grind Mode Cypher, produced the beat for no amount of money off my Dirigo album that just dropped. So, and Coherent is actually a Grind Mode Cypher affiliated MC. They went out to Las Vegas and he was on a Grind Mode Cypher. So we got a little bit of connection there. And I respect the fuck out of them for everything that they do. And I've never really shouted them out on the show, but I mean, why not? For everything. Out respectable companies, and if you're looking for real motherfuckers who do real things, and you want to see how it's really done, check out Grind Mode Cypher. They always come correct, and they always support dope ass fucking MCs. But yeah, that's all I got for this week, and hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. And we'll be back next week with the new guests, and we'll do it all over again.
Cool, man.
All right, peace, y'all. I'm gonna end the stream. Y'all can stay and hang around. The stream